I'm here with James, Head of Customer Success in Australia for Fathom. G'day, James.
Thanks,
How
John.
are you, buddy?
Appreciate it. Yeah, good day. Good to be here. Thanks for having us on.
Well, that's great. Business Advisory Show, a hardcore show to inspire accountants and bookkeepers about moving into business advisory.
Yep.
And of course, this is one of the flagship products of the advisory industry around the world. When somebody comes up to you at this stand here at my conference today, what do you say to them about the product? What's the typical response if you're just giving them an intro?
Yeah, I'd say for any firms that are delivering regular reporting and advisory services currently, it's a great way to automate those processes that they're doing on a monthly basis, do things more efficiently, and present something that's really professional and well designed, and hopefully understandable for their client as well.
How long does it typically take a brand new rookie firm that's not really been in advisory before and they're just getting started? How long would it take them to make a commitment with you guys, get off the ground and start physically presenting something reasonable to a client, even like an entry sort of a level of advisory service delivery?
Yeah, I mean, with Fathom, it's really quick. We integrate directly with MYOB and a few other solutions, so that sync is really quick, and then you can start generating reports right away. Yeah.
Do you offer some sort of standard templated reports that make it a bit easier for the accountant or bookkeeper to deliver that?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we have a number of report templates that bookkeepers and accountants can start with right off the bat. And then they can go in and customize as much as they'd like, but we give them quite a bit to start with.
Yeah, now for some people in Australia particularly, they may not be aware just how significant Fathom is as a corporation. I heard a rumour that it was something like 20,000 users around the world, or business owners using Fathom or receiving reports.
Yeah, I think we're north of that at this point, but it's in that ballpark, definitely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What do you personally love about the product yourself? I mean, we've all got something we like more than other things. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think for me, it's really the usability and the design of the product. For someone who's not super technologically savvy, they can jump into the product and understand it pretty quickly, get started building reports, and just reduce that friction of delivering really, really amazing management reports to clients. Yeah.
How easy is it to get help in terms of just learning how to use the product? Are they on their own, or is there a support function? Or?
Yeah, we have great support teams in all of our geographies. So we have a team here in Australia based in Brisbane. And so we support the Asia Pacific region from Brisbane. We have really, really amazing support here. We've got a team in the United States in Seattle, so we support North America from there. And then we also have a team in the UK in London. So we're able to cover pretty much all the time zones and have responsive support that way. Yeah.
And what's your experience been about the easiest elements of business advisory for accountants and bookkeepers to implement, and what are the more difficult, do you think?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think getting some simple reporting on key performance indicators and financial statements is relatively easy to set up now with tools like Fathom. I think going a step deeper and really advising clients on their progress versus their targets and budget and forecasting is really the new frontier in terms of advisory. So that's where the challenge can often come in. Yeah.
And from what I understand, I don't think it's actually really that difficult at all. It's the perception that it's something else we have to learn.
Yeah.
Right? So we can often put up a barrier as an accountant or an advisor to, oh my God, there's one more thing I've got to do.
Yeah.
But it's actually really quite simple, isn't it?
I think so, and I think the other thing that comes to mind is also just the client interaction. I mean, really, I think for many firms, it's difficult for them to sell their services, and so learning how to sell to their clients, sell a new service that they may not have been formally providing before. We like to call it, random acts of advisory. I think all accountants and bookkeepers are doing that. But then it's just formalizing that process and that offering to their clients.
That's such a great point. They don't even know they're doing it, do they?
That's right.
In fact, what they regret is they give a piece of advice and they say, oh shit, how do I charge for that now?
Yeah.
I've given the value already, I've blurted it out.
Right.
How do I now ask for payment on the advice I've already just gifted away, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so random acts of advisory is something we can actually learn progressively through experience and a bit of trial and error. You don't have to just be an amazing expert from the start, right?
Right. That's absolutely, and that's absolutely true. And I think, accountants and bookkeepers have so much to offer their clients that they don't even realize how much value they have in the advisory capacity a lot of the time.
Absolutely. Now Rebecca Mahalik from Memory was an advisor of the year last year, was raving about Fathom, saying she loves the simplicity of pumping out reports and having meaningful conversations with her clients.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
One piece of advice: if someone's thinking about becoming an advisor and using these sorts of tools and they've never done it before, what would the one thing you'd say to them?
I would say, jump in and give it a try. I think, it's important, obviously, to have your ducks in a row in terms of the just monthly bookkeeping and having good data, to use in a reporting tool or forecasting, whatever function you're looking to do. It's important to have the data to feed that. So some of these other tools are great for that. Receipt Bank and HubDoc, Counter. These apps, form that foundation. And then once that data is flowing well and is reliable and timely, Fathom can really benefit. And it's going to be very easy to set up when you're at that point in your practice.
That's such a good point. What I've noticed is really interesting is when the mindset of the accountant or the bookkeeper is worried about disrupting the client and recalibrating the expectations of the customer, right, and maybe having a grumpy customer or someone might even leave the advisor. What we're not realising is that this is the perfect excuse to up the service agreement, charge a little bit more, and for example, if timely bookkeeping is not being demonstrated by the client, it doesn't matter if it's the bookkeeper or the accountant that could raise this topic and show some great examples. Yeah. So this is what you could be getting.
This could be the catalyst for that change.
Yeah, but your stuff's not up to date.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it can really push everything else forward because you need those things in place for it to be useful. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great point.
Well done. James, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks so much, John.
Have a great day.
Thank you.